I can't do it. The antics are too much. LeBron is out of my top 5 forever. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Let's get into this topic here. So we're going to be talking about Bronny James. Man, oh man, people have different things to say about Bronny. A lot of people are like every day. I wake up, I turn on my computer, and I look on YouTube. I see somebody else has a different thing to say about Bronny. Some people are all for it, some people are against it, obviously. But when the Lakers decided that they were going to draft Bronny, a lot of us were sitting here saying, so what are the Lakers' plans for Bronny James actually? Like, what are their plans for this young man? Because if you look at the Lakers roster, it is clear that a player like Bronny is not what they need in order to increase their chances to becoming a contender in the Western Conference. And then when they drafted him, we all came to the conclusion that they did it for LeBron James. Rob Pelinka said that it's a magical moment. They have an opportunity to make history and all of that. And we're like, bro, you should be looking to make history by winning championships. But now that we know that the Lakers have given LeBron James a contract extension for the next 2 years, and I personally believe that LeBron is going to retire. I think this is going to be his last NBA contract. I don't see him playing beyond this. He either retires at the end of this season, but I think next year is going to be LeBron James' last year, and he's going to let people know ahead of time so he gets the farewell tour. That's what I personally believe. But then I came across a clip from ESPN's YouTube channel. And in this clip, they were basically explaining what the Lakers' real plan is for drafting Bronny James. And when I heard it, I was absolutely floored. So for those of you who didn't hear what the Lakers' real plans are for drafting Bronny James, I'm going to play it for you now, and I'm going to come back and react to their comments. Take a listen to this here.
NBA eyes will be on that game. And for more on the Lakers, we welcome in our senior NBA insider, Adrien W. So what are people saying about the realistic expectations for Bronny?
Well, what the Lakers' expectations are is that he'll largely be a G League player, like almost any 19-year-old player coming in the league drafted in the second round. I think what you'll ultimately probably see is Bronny James in the first week of the season on the court with his father in a very, I don't want to call it ceremonial, but it's going to, the eyes of the world will be on that. They'll do that the first week of the season. But there's no expectation Bronny James is going to be in the Lakers rotation. He'll spend a lot of his time playing with their G League team, which shares a practice facility with the Lakers.
Okay, so maybe get the father-son moment out of the way, and then it's on to development. So his father, meanwhile, that's what now we talk about. He opted out of his contract. He's expected to stay a Laker. What do we think his new deal is going to look like?
It's very likely going to look like a max deal, whether that's 2 years, 3 years, whether it has trade veto power in it is still something they're working out. But if LeBron James talked about perhaps taking less money if this Laker team would be able to land a player of impact at their mid-level exception. But he was going to have to take at least $20 million less to do that. I don't anticipate that. That kind of player simply isn't out in the marketplace for the Lakers.
Yeah, and could you imagine even taking $20 million on a contract? I know people say, oh, it's LeBron, why not? But look, nobody wants to do that. So what else do you expect from the Lakers, or what do you expect them to do this offseason?
I think a lot of their moves and what's left are going to be minimum contracts, are going to be some moves on the edges, but there's not a dramatic deal for the Lakers to do out in the marketplace.
So you heard what they had to say. I want to get this. I want to get this straight. The plan for the Lakers, the plan the Lakers have for Bronny James is this: they're going to draft him. He's going to play with the team the first week and hit the court, and then after that, they're going to send him to the G League. Why doesn't that make sense? Let's think about this reasonably and logically. Now, remember, this is the part we're going to lose a lot of people who cannot reason properly. They're just going to be in the comment section crying and doing all hollering and doing all kind of stuff. If you understand that a player needs development, wouldn't you try to develop him first before putting him on a basketball court? Why would you do it in the reverse? Why would you let him play for about a week and then send him to the G League when you're aware that he needs to go to the G League. Scooby? Shaggy? Raggy? What are we doing here? What are we doing? That would be tantamount to an owner of a business hiring his son to be his successor as the CEO, and the son is going to run the business for 1 or 2 weeks, and then after those 2 weeks, he's going to send him to business school to go sharpen his business acumen. Aren't you supposed to send him to business school first before he starts sharpening his acumen? I'm lost. Well, some of you say, but he wanted to get some practical experience. What has he been doing all of those years prior to that? Being around his father, running the business. And if you feel like he's been around his father all those years, then he gets the promotion to be the CEO to run the business, but then you decide to go send him to business school, wouldn't that mean that he's not ready to even be running that company? That's the part of the Lakers. This is the modern day Los Angeles Lakers for you. One of the stupidest organizations in all of sports. As a Kobe Bryant fan, the Lakers are a joke of a franchise as we sit here today. They're the clown show of the NBA. I'm being 100% honest with you. They are the clown show of the league. That's the first part. Let's get to the other aspect of this. According to these gentlemen, it was suggested Bronny James is essentially being used as a prop. Bronny James is being used as a prop. They're going to put him on the court to play alongside his father for a photo op, basically. For a photo op. Not that because they're going to put him on the court to play basketball and contribute and have meaningful minutes. No. We're going to put you on the court with your dad. We're going to have the photo op, and then we're going to send you to the G League. What? So that's what this is all about? So there is no substance here. This is just about trying to fulfill some narrative. My God. I'm trying to imagine me as a father doing. I'm trying to imagine, like, why would I do that? The only way I can rationalize it is if my son says that my dream is just to be on a basketball court with you. And I'll say, okay, well, let's do it for then one, but then you go, I guess that's probably the only scenario in which I could rationalize that. But there's a problem with that line of thinking, and I'll tell you why. That is not the reason, and it just occurred to me as we're doing the show. Some of you are like, well, maybe it's not Bronny's dream. Do you know why? Because Bronny James himself has said it, and no point in time throughout the process did he ever consider playing with his father. So this is not Bronny's dream. This is not his dream. Bronny has said, all I want to hear is my name get called. He said playing with my father or not wasn't really a factor unless we're going to say that the guy's lying. But I'm going to take him at his words. He said this is not about playing with his dad. He wants to be his own person. He wants to hear his name get called. Even though I don't understand if you want to hear your name get called, you only try out for 2 teams. You only work out for 2 teams. We'll have to go through the mental gymnastics of that later on. But nevertheless, are they using this boy for a prop? Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. The antics are too much. LeBron is out of my top 5 forever. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm done with this dude. I can't do it.